natural pass in Sarnia, Ontario. The US border is that way, 5 miles, 10 kilometers. And I stopped here because I had to send my paperwork to the broker, because the customs broker, they were closed on the weekend. So I did my part, like the ACE. I set up the border crossing from my end, but I had to send my sticker on the invoice to the broker, right? So that's how, like a very smart system, you know, where the broker has to connect with my input. Anyway, they finally opened at 8:30. I was here like at 9 and sent them everything, and then I called the my permit service company, and at first they didn't have them, but then when I stopped here 10 minutes later, I got both Ohio and Michigan permit. And we're gonna do some driving today because they're sending me, Michigan is okay, it's all like I-94. I thought I could go on 690, you know, that bypass to 275. No, they're sending me straight from 94, basically across downtown to 275 and then 75. So it's gonna be interesting, but you know, I'm legal height, except that you know, I'm so wide. Like, look at that. That stupid cap sticks out more on this side than on this side. So I'm gonna show you how I'm driving in Detroit, and then I'll show you something how I'm driving in on those small highways in Ohio. But what I gotta do now, I didn't want to go through a track wash with such a wide machine, even though it's not that bad. It's like what, 11.6, 11.8, but because it's more to one side, you know. And I remember this Woodstock thing, it's they have this driveway over there leading to the track wash. It's a very sharp turn, and I remember when I have all my 8 axles, I can never make it. Like, you know, my tires go on the shoulder, I can damage my rims. And so what I did, I used that like a bar, and I cleaned up the dirt, you know, more or less. And now I bought 5 jugs of distilled water. Must be distilled. Well, my Walmart ran out of regular water, believe it or not, and they had like one last skid. And I said, where's the water? Like, I need these big jugs. Oh, we don't have it. And then the guy says, is this to drink? I said, no, I need to wash something on my trailer. And he says, oh, then maybe a distilled water will work. And he leads me across, and the very end of Walmart, there's the half a skid of this. So I needed to get 4, because that's 16 liters, 4 gallons. But the guy says, why don't you get another one? So I got this one. And now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna spray. Not sure why I need the gloves, but you know, you gotta have all your safety equipment, including the special sandals, on you at all times. Oh, that's something interesting. Okay, yeah, you see this, I cleaned up. There's no actual dirt, but there's still like a yeah, this is too big. Oh boy. You know, I thought I would make a hole only in one and then just move it right to a different one, but okay, let's try something different. So now I know that it has to be, cannot be very big, it has to be very small. Shoot, this knife, see? Maybe that's not enough. Come on. Give me some pressure. Or this should work. All right, let's go play with water. I made it across the border without any incidents, and now I'm southbound on I-94, just south of Port Huron. So наступна зупинка, the next stop is TA in Monroe, which is 70 miles away, 113 kilometers. The cruising speed is 57 miles per hour and 92 kilometers per hour. The visibility is good. Captain Sergei is in good mood. Here we go. Welcome, Detroit. Turns out now I know why they didn't allow me to go on 696, because I wanted to bypass Detroit around on 696 to 275. Turns out 696 is closed, like this, coming up on the right. So see a sign, exit 229 closed, and that's why they told me to take 94 all the way down to 275. So there's still a little bit of a detour, but not as big as I wanted, because the traffic over here is pretty busy, and this huge machine, you know, sticks out. And I just got tired of the traffic over there. People are cutting me off all the time when I'm on that lane. Some guy just almost smashed into me. No signaling, nothing. Just goes right in front of me. So I'm driving with my lights on, low beams on. My clearance lights are on. My flashing light on the roof is on. And the light in the bumper, the flashing light in the bumper of the trailer is on. So if you cannot see my truck, or if you cannot see that this is a oversized load, you're legally blind. Oh, and plus the excavator is bright orange. So bright orange excavator on a black trailer pulled by a black truck. I think it's a good color. You know, they compensate each other very well. But that's what I do when I'm dealing with some busy traffic. I just turn all my lights on. Even though in Michigan it's not required to have your flashing light on. But Ohio does want you to have the lights on and the flashing light on, at least on the truck. No? Yeah, this is gonna, like, where the speed limit becomes 55, that's where it becomes crazy over here. But no fear, just basically don't show fear, you know. That's why I set myself in the center lane. That's it. Just keep up with the traffic. Don't drive too slow, but don't drive too fast. And I double checked my height when I stopped at the duty free over there to I double checked my height. I was like 13.5, you know, from the ground, 13 feet 5 inches. But just to be on the safe side, there's a bunch of bridges over here going through Detroit, and some of them are even less than 14 feet. So I dropped my front from position 3 to position 2, and I dropped the trailer to position 3, you know, height. So I think now I should be like 13.4, you know. So I don't feel scared anymore to go under any bridges. And actually, this is a good time to cross Detroit because it's only 12:33 p.m. Monday, what is it, July 23rd? And I got my exhaust brake on, so as soon as I release my throttle, the exhaust comes on, which is very handy. If you remember, the truck did not do this before, so I had to go back to Kenworth and ask him to activate this feature. It was inside the ECU. We're doing good. I already talked to the consignee. The guy called me asking me when I'm gonna be there, and I was outside washing the load, so I called him back. I said, when do you guys close? Because maybe I can be there, like, I don't know, 6, like, if it's urgent. He says, well, we have 2 shifts. But he says the second shift, they don't have the experienced guys that can deal with this machine, and they have their own crane because it's some kind of a manufacturing facility. They have their own big crane, so they're gonna unload me. They don't have to book any appointments with anybody, you know. So I can show up anytime they have the proper people in there. And he says, well, let's do it in the morning. I said, okay, because I said, you know, it's a big load. I don't drive fast, and plus they didn't allow me to go on the toll highway in Ohio, so I'm gonna go on all these US 20, US 6, US, what is it, 224, like basically running parallel to I-80. But you know, I'm legal height, but maybe because of the width, they said, Captain Sergei, sorry, we don't want you. Don't come on the toll highway. Roger that. So what I'm trying to say is that it's going to take me a while to reach this Canton, Ohio. So the plan today is to find a truck stop somewhere, ideally within like 30 minutes of the consignee, shut down, and then start driving at 6 o'clock because we agreed I'll be there at 7. And if I'm half an hour away, so if I start driving at 6, I'll be there at 6:30, right? But to start driving at 6, I have to wake up at 5:15. Because like I always say, I don't know why, but I always need 45 minutes from the time I get up, I rub my eyes open, till the time the wheels are turning. Yeah, see this? That's what one of the major reasons why I'm not driving in that lane. Like the ramps are very short and the traffic is intense, and they don't leave you any gaps. They're just, you know, like 5 cars, 10 cars right after one after another, and just jump on the curb lane, you know. I see. Yeah, so forget it. Big oversized load, you know, busy city like this. Thing that this truck's developed, you know, like a noise is this thing over here. Because it's just plastic, I couldn't find any bolts in there. I think it just snaps shut, you know, like this cover. Why we don't have this in cars? You know, I was just looking at how this area around the steering wheel, how it's set up in my Ford Mustang. It's not like this, but this thing has 2 kind of like very thin plastic covers on the top and at the bottom. You see? It's like you can tell by the echo, and that's what makes the noise. And I cannot tighten it, you know. Like, unbelievable. Like, you would think that such an expensive truck, they could figure out something, you know. Anyway, I think I'll have to put like a bungee cord in here, or just go to Kenworth and say, what the, you know. Oh yeah, there's no bolts, nothing. It just snaps into each other, 2 parts. All right, what do we got? 14.2. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm talking about the bridge height. Went under, which is good. Yeah, the turns here are pretty sharp. Try to pass me on the right. That's not a good idea. Oh, but it's a short construction zone, and that's how we like it. All right, Kenworth, come on. Come on, you can do it. K-Whopper W900. probably 50 years old. Is that like the biggest tank they could give you? Jeez. Yeah, and this is 250 east or south in Ohio, and now I'm turning left or east on US 224.
Turn left onto US 224 east.
And the road is closed anyway, so